So this is the new neon red rescue jacket. It's very neonish. It's very bright. And I've already submerged it in the water, so it's a little heavier, and that's why I'm testing it with the Air 2S, and it's geared up with the wetsuit. So what I want to do is I want to fly it out about 2,000 feet and fly it back in sport mode. Unfortunately, my first flight's going to be taken out by an airplane coming inbound, so I have to come back and land. But that's what you're going to see right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and land it on the river. And I'm going to let it float down the river a little bit, and then I'm going to restart it. That's what we're going to be looking at here. So everything's looking good. I'm all set for my long distance flight. You'll notice that the visual that comes from the rescue jacket is really strong. I can get almost 3,000 feet out there and see a nice object in the sky, and I know exactly where it's at in parallel to the trees. But in this case, all hell is breaking loose, and I gotta come back. So just to stay safe, but this sounded like a jet, so I decided not even to move around anymore, just to come back to the home spot. And so this thing seems like it's right over my head. So it should be coming in. So that was some kind of jet. That was not a commercial airplane. And I'm back out now. So this is my second attempt. Everything is looking beautiful. Considering how heavy it is right now because it's been submerged, it's pretty heavy. It's got a lot of water weight. Now that water weight will dissipate with every flight that I go out on. But absolutely flawless. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to land on the river from up here and then just remote start it. And this is where I'm going to run into a little bit of a problem. The wind is picking up as I'm landing. So I went out to the docks and I skimmed the water and I did a few fun things. But now I'm on track to land on the water. And I'm going to land on the water. I've got good visual line of sight. And I'm thinking, well, I'll let it float down the river just a little bit and then I'll restart it. But the wind takes it, and after I get past this first part here, it kind of goes into an area where I don't have a good signal and I cannot restart it. And so now what I'm thinking is I'll just wait for it to float down the river until I get back in visual line of sight. Now the thing I found interesting was that those little bit of bushes and trees that were in the way blocked my signal, which I wasn't expecting. I thought I'd be able to get the remote signal, as I have a zillion other times, to start the drone. But somehow the tree blocked me. So now I'm just kind of waiting. When am I going to be able to lift off? And of course this is sped up a little bit. I cut out a lot of footage going down the river, but I went down about 50 feet. And so now I'm coming back. And then I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to land on the rocks and do another remote start and make sure that this is working right. So then I found a place on the rocks, and the rescue jacket has a really nice support system, so you can land on almost anything. You don't have to worry about the props hitting or anything. And so I land on the rocks. I'm like, okay, great. So the next thing I do is I lift off again and I'm on my way.